skiers that have represented Iceland in both like national and international competitions. So skiing is very popular here, also heli skiing as well over the winter time. And that's why you see in the hotel also all of these, you saw these skis on the wall because they do a lot of winter tourism. Also in Akureyri behind the village there's a skiing area as well. Then they have a soccer stadium here on the left. And of course here's a swimming pool as well and a church. We're now driving through the center of Dalvik. Yes, and the fishing travelers. So fishing and the processing of fishing. Then they have also, you can see on the left, this is a company that is offering tours, boat tours, whale watching, puffin tours. So tourism is also important for this village. And then they have a regional museum here, which shows artifacts that they have collected here from the earlier history of Iceland. And also they show artifacts from the tallest man that has ever been recorded in Iceland. You can see now this sign straight ahead showing him. He was like 7 feet and 8 inches tall. He was born here in Dalvik in the year 1930, and he also lived here his last years. He died in 1984. He was like 71 years old when he died, but of course he had a lot of back problem. He was working abroad. You can see here everything was built for customary made for him. All of his furniture, his clothes had to be sewn for him. He needed everything customary made for him in his height. The rat house is where he stayed. On the left here is the secondary school. Yes, I was talking about these tamers from Portugal, and they were beating the horses, and this just came in the news. And Icelanders were furious over this. Just you never ever beat the horse, and they don't break the horse either when they tame it. They allow it to be outside 3 years so it can develop its own character, and then we tame it, and it's more like forming a friendship. So I'm comparing this with child rearing, which is a bit weird comparison, but this is just the thing. You never beat someone. Do you understand? So you always just try to find a different way to be strict or set some boundaries and rules. We rather just try to go to the same level as the child. Go down to the child and explain to the child why this is not okay. We don't do like this, and it works fine here, I would say. Yes, but now we're leaving Ólafsfjörður, and we're driving now through the longest tunnel in Iceland. The first part is around 4.5 miles, but in total it's close to 7 miles. So we're gonna drive now through the first part of the Héðins tunnels, which are close to 7 miles. So if you should have the urge to take a group photo, you can. I'm not allowed to take a group photo anymore because of some privacy laws. But of course, if anybody should have the urge. 1,000. So this was a big village. There were a lot of people living here. But then when the herring vanished, then of course, you know, the village got smaller. So there are about 1,100 or 200 people living here today. And of course they're very active in tourism. Also one man who is a wealthy businessman who was born here and loves his village very much. He decided to build a very nice hotel here to support tourism. And of course also this tunnel was built because of this. And the tunnel is actually a very hot political topic because many locals, especially in Reykjavik and the capital area, are, you know, unhappy about that we are building this extremely expensive tunnels for tax money, whereas when we have tunnels that are built close to Reykjavik, then we have to get like a private company to do it and we have to pay a fee. And also tomorrow we're going to drive through a tunnel that was built through the mountain from Akureyri. When we're driving to Goðafoss tomorrow, then we also have to pay a fee as well when we go through that one. On the left we will start in this red house, and then you will be able to go to the next house, the grey house here, which is the factory, and then we will end in the large house where you can see that the couple standing in front of it, and there are also restrooms in there. I think there's one restroom here on the left, but we will start like getting all kinds of, you know, information from a local guide in the first building, and then we will end here in this building on the left where you'll be able to taste Icelandic herring and also get some Icelandic schnapps as well. Here on the right is this, yes, the schnapps. And here is this hotel that was built. It's very popular, also popular for weddings as well, for some reason. Then there are restrooms over here on the right. Can you see the VC sign? You can use that. There's also a store straight ahead. You can see it here. Sometimes people just want to go to a store, but the weather is not really that great. The fish and chips is always closed. I don't know what's going on, but here they are constructed, and the bakery is there. You can see this red sign. Can you see it? There's the bakery in this street, and they're gonna have open. It's open on the corner, like at the end of this construction site. Yeah, it's not nice, but it's not a nice construction. I hope they're gonna finish it soon. So we're just gonna drive a circle around here. Then there's an alcohol store on the left, but that's sadly closed. And they have a harbor.
I tried to.
3-minute, 4-minute walk to the bus, and then from the bus it's like just a few steps to the bakery. And just once again, like I need to close the bus then because nobody's allowed to be alone in the bus. It's just a safety issue, a rule that Kynnisferðir has, the company, the bus company. All right, so we are walk to this red building, and there are 2 restrooms inside. So we're gonna first start with the restrooms, and then we're gonna get a lecture, short lecture about the herring and the herring production, herring catching, and so on.
Are they sometimes?